All right, guys. Hello. Good evening. Good Friday evening. It's Friday evening in the desert. And I'm wearing a hoodie because it's 76. And when you live in Vegas, 76 is cold. And I'm chilling today. Had a very, very, very hard week. Work was very hard to get through. And as you all know, I work from home. If you want to check out my first video I've posted about working from home, hell, please do. It'll give you a little bit more insight on my background and all that good stuff. But this is more of just like a vent video and, you know, testing out, you know, just testing out my OBS studio here, trying to figure out how to record and use it more and just getting here to get to know you guys better. And let's just talk and see what's going on tonight. I mean, I'm here in my room kicking it. It's like 9:45 p.m. I don't need to work out today or anything like that. Today was just my chill day, and work just took everything out of me. And you would think working, from home and having all the luxuries from home, right? No commute, get to eat from home, get to see your family all the time. I mean, you'd be like so excited and happy to do it, but it actually fucking sucks. Like some people don't tell you how bad it is. Like it really sucks. And I feel like a horrible person that I don't like it. Like I feel like a crappy ass person. Like what a first world American. But then again, like people overseas do call center work, but I think they're in call centers because I was talking to somebody on my team one day from like Guatemala and I messaged them privately. Like I just messaged them because I was curious, like where they were from, because everyone was like, oh, we got a Guatemala team. So I messaged him because I always see him like on my notes and stuff. And I was like, I'm going to message him. Well, I messaged him and I found out some shady stuff of overseas call centers. So I'm like, hello, like we get paid pretty well, above average because I checked my pay, right, on one of those like pay apps. I make like above average pay. I have no commute. I get to take my kids to school every morning. I have time in the morning to work out. Even in the evening I can work out because I get off at 5:30. I'm home with my two dogs all day. I get to get all the packages that get delivered. Like what the F am I complaining about? Oh my God. Then I talked to this guy. We're just going to call him Miguel from Guatemala. So I talked to Miguel. I'm like, hey, what's up, Miguel? Blah, blah, blah. Bro's at a call center because he's like, do you work from home? And I go, oh, yeah, our team, we work from home. He was like, oh, okay, that's nice. And I go, and you? He's like, oh, I work at the call center, but I like it. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I don't think they work full time because he's like, I start three. He works like a 3 to 9 shift, so that's 6 hours. I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, and he's young, so he's under 25, so no kids, and I don't think he had a wife. I didn't get into deep, 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 but it sounded like from what he told me, I think he still lived at home. So it's like cool, like I'm down with that. But he's in a call center, so you could hear all the people like when you talk to them. I don't talk to them, but I know other people have like customers have told me like they can tell the difference because the call center people like that are in overseas always have like loud offices, which is true. And they can tell we work from home because they can hear silence or the dogs. So when I talked to Miguel from Guatemala, from our overseas group, what do they call them? They call them our support. There's another name and I forgot. Do you guys know the name they use? Companies in America use to call their overseas people. I know they use conduent. That I do know, but there's an actual name that our people call them, offshore contractor, something like that. So, anywho, so they're pretty much just, just like slaves. They pretty much are overseas call centers. Like it's freaking sad. And we already know this about like the sweatshops and all the brands that are overseas. We already know that, and we don't do anything about it. We do our best to say we're not going to buy from a specific brand, but we still do. Well, talking to Miguel from Guatemala, from our partners, he's telling me, okay, he's young. He works 3 to 9, I think Wednesday through Sunday. And then obviously, I don't, the time zone's a little different because I'm in PST. Then he was telling me, we started talking about like metrics. And the biggest thing that pisses me off about this god darn job is like if I have to go pee. Like they'll straight up dock you on that. Like if I'm gone for 3 minutes, it's like, they'll be like, oh, why were you gone for 3 minutes? But I have a schedule adherence that starts at 100%. And at the end of the day, they want you at 92. So I have time to like go grab a coffee, let the dogs out. If I have to, pee pee, stuff like that. Sometimes you just need to breathe. Sometimes you're choking, right? You choke on air. Sometimes, yeah, if your dogs are going crazy, you need to let them in the house or out of the house, whatever. So, yeah, there's a lot of luxuries to working from home. I don't abuse it. And I know the other people back in the day that had all of the benefits of working from home, they're the ones that ruined it for us newbies, right? So, and I've been on this team, for 5 years. Not the team I'm on now. I was on another team for 3 years, and I've been on this current VIP luxury team now for 2 years, going on 2 years. So they've, even when I started, they were more lenient. Now they're like on your, behind about your breaks and, your lunches and your adherence. Well, I talked to Miguel from Guatemala. Bro, I have lost all respect for American companies. Like, it's freaking sad. Like, my eyes are so open. He was telling me that their schedule adherence is the same, 92% out of 100. He told me, tell me how this is freaking legal. If they go under 92%, okay, they don't get paid. So I'm over here crying like a spoiled ass American with all my rights, and I'm a woman that gets to work and support her family, right? How lucky am I? And I get to vote and I have a bank account. Like, I fucking suck. Like, I suck. Like, I'm over here crying about this amazing, wonderful stay at home job that kills me on a daily basis, eats my soul. And then here's poor Miguel in Guatemala, right? Probably working with a good American company that's obviously exploiting them, but taking home probably, I think they make like $7 an hour. I didn't ask him, but one time I was on Facebook and I saw my company, their business partner, advertising for call center employees like in Mexico, and it was $7 an hour. So it has to be the same in Guatemala. And I know that goes way further out there. I know. But bro, if you don't make your 92% and you're in a call center, so you have to like hold your bladder, I mean, I don't know. Like, what if you have to run to the bathroom as an emergency? What if you need to take a call? What if you've, like, a doctor's calling you for something? What if your family needs you? What if you are a parent in that call center and you got to go grab the phone? I mean, oh my God. Like, now I get why everyone's going overseas because you can just exploit these workers. Like, they exploit us enough in the United States, but we have rights, right? Depending on what state you live in, you have more rights. I live in the state of Nevada, so they don't give a crap about you because we're a corporate state that's run by, casinos, big business, whatever. So, but at least for me, whenever I miss a break or whatever, they tell me, hey, you're in the state of Nevada, going on break is a requirement. You can't miss it. You have to go, we can get in trouble. So that's cool about Nevada, right? But I know we have like pretty, like, we're like, I think, what is that called when they can just like fire you on the spot? Anyways, you guys leave all of that stuff in the comments because my brain is fried. I should know this about Nevada. I've been here for over 20 years. But I know in California, the workers have way more rights. And I understand that the more rights, the more abuse comes with it. People, you know, they start taking longer breaks, longer lunches, blah, 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 calling out more, whatever. I understand, like, why, especially in a call center environment, they have made the rules so stringent. I get that. But talking to Miguel from Guatemala from our offshore team, oh my God, like, I feel like I feel like elite now. Like, I'm elite. Like, I get to work from home. Yes, I get dressed when I work from home. I still get dressed. I know some people don't get out of their pajamas. Um, if it's like a weekend or a holiday and I'm working, I won't. I'll just stay in PJs and get my coffee. But normally I like to get dressed and feel like I'm ready for the day. I don't get all office professional, but I get dressed. And I love to put like jeans on or even have my gym clothes on from before I come in and I'll do my thing before work and go work out. But I mean my perspective, my mind's blown. My mind's blown. Like, I'm an idiot. Like, Americans suck. Like, bro, we have everything. Like, I'm making I've already gotten like 3 or 4 raises because of cost of living when COVID hit, right? So boom, right there. Not that I'm saying that that was good for the economy, that we all got cost of living increases and then the economy keeps skyrocketing and now we're all screwed. That's a whole other video. I don't really touch that kind of topic. But, my eyes are open to everything. I'm just saying, as an individual person right now in America, hello. And I'm like a purple state, I guess. I'm not really in a I mean, we're pretty liberal here, but we still have a lot of conservatives. So our state's pretty balanced at this point. And the workers' rights aren't the best because, like I said, it's run by, like, it's a casino, you know driven state, right? We're run by gaming and all that, so they want the workers, like, boom. I think, like, when you work, I think when, like, you work, you get, like, what is it, you can have like 8 hours or 10 hours between your shifts. But like in California or other states, I believe they give you like 15 hours between your shifts or something. You guys tell me in the comments because I don't know. I don't know. I'm here. I'm talking. I'm just letting my freaking mouth run. Let me know if you guys know more of the laws. But I know Nevada's just a little bit like less lenient with that. Like, you get off work, if you do a closing shift, essentially, because when I remember in my day, you do a closing shift at six. Let's say I work until 9 o'clock at night, or even midnight. I remember this. I am right. I used to work down at Caesar's Palace back in the day, um, in my heyday, and we used to get off at midnight. Okay. They would schedule me at 9 o'clock in the morning the next day, and that was legal. That's legal in Nevada. In California, that don't fly, I don't believe. So, anywho, I have great shift right now. I'm working 9 to 5:30, and then I have all that time in between, and then I come back to work at 9. And but they still, like I mentioned, have to go through Nevada laws for my lunches and my breaks. So if I miss a break or something, they're super strict with me, and I do love that about my state. Thank you for that. But obviously, it's in the benefit of the corporations. They don't care about you. And I'm talking to Miguel from Guatemala, and he tells me that about the schedule adherence, that they don't get paid. And I'm thinking, so possibly you make $7 an hour. I'm thinking, then you've got to hold your bladder, and you're in a call center, and they're on your ass when you go eat lunches. And I don't even ask him about breaks. I don't know what the rules are in other countries about lunch, like regular breaks like we get here, which I still don't think they're enough sometimes, right? But when you get to work out in the streets, you can just kind of like dilly dally sometimes if it's a slow day and go take an extra break or whatever. When you're in call center, bro, they got you like this under their thumb. Like, watch that video I posted about it, call center hell. So, anywho, I was just reflecting today because I had a really horrible, horrible day. This whole week has not been good. I've been getting calls like, why do you have to give me an hour of reservations to book for you, bro? Okay, you can take you and your fancy schmancy, you know, whatever you need from me. I don't want to disclose too much of what I book for people. It's very high end stuff, and you can go because then they try to chat with you and tell you like their life story and that they own like five Porsches and that they got six packs. Oh, I got a four pack. I have a four pack actually, and all about their lives and blah blah blah. And like, I got to get off this call, bro. I got to freaking handle time that my call should be under 6 minutes. And then I just give up. I take the call. I talk to them. We become best friends. And then there goes my day because I'm a nice person like that. And then when you're dealing with a VIP person, either they call you and they're super strict, and my name is Dr. McDaniel and I need this, blah, 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 this day, this time. And you're fucking off the call. Boom. Am I allowed to say the F word on YouTube? Anyways, I think I've said it already a bunch of times. And then you get the other call that's VIP that wants to shoot the shit with you and tell you how great they are and, how many years they've been working for this CEO and, why they're so amazing too, blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place on these calls. Then I get the normal, typical call that I signed up for when I came over to this team, thinking, oh, it's luxury, it's VIP. I'm going to get corporate accounts. I'm going to make these calls in under 6 to 7 minutes. I'm going to learn the spiel. No, they don't give a crap. So today I tell a customer to call me back. I'm done. Like, I was super duper nice, but he kept throwing stuff at me. He had zero clue how to book these reservations and calls. He had no clue about the addresses. He was arguing with me about citation numbers on things and blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, I know what I'm doing because I've been doing this for a while. I was confident. I have Excel sheets. I'm using my knowledge, but he's new to this. I guess he just got hired onto this new contract, so he was just all nervous. Whatever his boss gave him to book, and they book with us all the time, but they don't have a contract with us. So then I told him, call back, let the next agent know that you have 17 left. I was very gentle about it. I was very nice. I was just giving him kind of the spiel of what my original manager had told me I could do. Well, it turns out my robotic freaking corporate, manager doesn't like that because the old manager is gone. They escaped somehow or they got fired. I don't remember the story, but they were amazing. They gave me really good tips on how to get off calls that were too long in a nice, decent way so I don't miss my lunch, which was coming up. My lunch was coming up. So I just left it in the Teams chat. You guys all know about Teams. And that was a mistake because then somebody picks it up in the Teams chat and was like, "Oh, he called back, but I accidentally hung up on him." Well, that looks like they were trying to get out of the call because I had already forewarned them. I don't think that really happened. I think what happened was he was a hot mess and he got like he didn't really I feel because he was kind of a hot mess of a call anyway. So I have a feeling he just hung up. But that could be not, who knows. So then I get called into a meeting, which we all know this about call center hell. I get, or anyone that works from home, right? On Teams, that Teams sound, that's not a fun sound when you're not expecting a call from your manager. So then we go into our meeting and he starts to tell me, let's review that call. And I told him everything. I'm like, you guys expect us to have schedule adherence down. You expect us to not miss our lunches and breaks. And I'm in the state of Nevada. I reminded him I'm in the state of Nevada. And you guys don't want me missing lunches and breaks, blah, blah, blah. So he didn't really like that. And I was very cordial. I was very nice, but I just told him what I was feeling about that call. And I said, listen, I didn't know how many reservations he had. He forewarned me. He starts busting out all these ones for Texas. So we make them all. I do my due diligence. And then by like 45, 48 minutes, I needed to go to lunch and he wasn't done. He said, oh, and I still have 17 more to go. So he didn't like that. I told him to call back. Please let the next agent know how many you have. We normally do 3 to 5. Bro did not like it. He was not having it. Of course, he gave me corporate jargon and, oh, and we need to always, what did he say? Oh, we need to meet our business needs. So you should just take the call going forward and then you can instruct the customer to apply for our email, team, and then they can send the emails in. Well, that doesn't help me now in the current situation. So, anyways, that's where my no, this is so boring. If you guys work in call center, hell, you'll understand what I'm talking about, especially when you're like busting out reservations. I don't know if any of you guys work with hotels, car service, planes. I mean, it's hell. It's hell because you want to shoot the crap with your VIP because they're VIPs, right? A lot of them are high end people and you get them on your line. Sometimes most of the time, you're talking to their assistants and they're pretty cool. They understand I'm only going to give this lady 3 to 5 reservations. Because when I first started, I was under the impression that's what we were going to get. And people that call me from other companies are like, hey, are you able to do a couple of more? I know it's only 3 per call. And I'm thinking, spread the word. Well, my manager, I guess, doesn't have that memo. And because they want to throw us under the bus now and use us like a call center from Guatemala, we're supposed to be taking these like 17 to 39, 63 reservation calls now, but still somehow maintain our metrics, go on breaks and blah, 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 go on breaks and go on lunches. So you know what? I'm done. I'm freaking done. And I'm a spoiled ass American because I could be in Africa right now, mining for diamonds. Or I could be in that Guatemala call center, not getting paid if I don't hit my schedule adherence. Like it makes me want to cry that I'm a crappy ass American. Okay. And thank you all for watching.